Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of my FM21 Save with Ajax. We are here for the game against PSG, which are our opponents for the first knockout round. A little backstory about PSG. Obviously, all of you know them. They are in first in their league. They haven't lost a single game. They've won 19 and they've drawn 1. And if we check their schedule, what they did in the Champions League, they lost 2 games away and home against Liverpool. They beat Besiktas twice and they beat Red Bull Salzburg twice. And the only game they drew in the league was the first league game of the season against Montpellier. So it's going to be a very, very tough game. I cannot imagine us winning this easily. To be honest with you, I cannot imagine us winning this at all. But we're going to try our best. But first, we are going to take a look at the transfers. Starting with the first still, Thiago Maia. We recalled him from his loan and we sold him for 8.25 million. I don't actually know what we bought him for. We bought him for 14, so we've made a loss. But it just wasn't the signing that we wanted him to be, that we expected him to be. So we sold him for a good amount of money. I am sad that we did make a loss on him, but you know, you're gonna have those things sometimes in this game. So he's moved on to Dynamo Kiev. I tried to sell him to another Dutch club, but he didn't accept their contract offer, and he accepted Kiev's instead. So he is gone to Ukraine. Moving on to the next sale, Kik Piri. He was a backup player for us, as you can see from the season 1922 until now. He played 5 games in the senior team for us, which just isn't enough. Ajax bought him in real life from Heerenveen a couple of years back for 4 million, and we sold him for 10. So a good profit. I don't think he was ever going to be good enough for our team. I am hoping that he's going to still improve. I mean, that would be still cool to see, but he's not going to do it at our club. He has gone to Napoli in the Serie A. The next one being a Bosco Soutalo, finally a player that I was able to sell to another Dutch club, to PSV. The Croatian centre-back, we bought him in the first season, I believe. He played 29 games, scored 1 goal, but again, he didn't improve the way we wanted him to, that we expected him to when we bought him. So he is gone. We bought him for 12.25 and we sold him for 7. So again, made a little bit of a loss. But we did sell him to another Dutch club, which means that maybe PSV can improve their stature in Europe. Because, as you can see, they aren't doing too well. They are in 5th right now. They were at one point in 9th, I believe. So they definitely did need a new centre-back. So they got in Bosco Soutalo. Hopefully for him, he'll do well. Hopefully for us, he won't do well against us. So I think, let me just check just to be sure. Yeah, I was right. That were all the big steals. We did get some players that are gonna leave at the end of their contract that we just decided to sell immediately. So that is another couple of players gone for just a little bit of money. Nothing too major. I think the biggest amount of money in those players was about 200,000 euros. Nothing to be really noteworthy. So let's get to the players that we got in this transfer window. Starting with Alessio Garzia, a left back from Inter. We bought him, I believe, really cheap. In my opinion, was pretty cheap, 650,000 euros. I mean, he is only 16 years old, and look at that potential. 17 determination, fairly determined personality as well. 12 teamwork, 11 work rate, 16 natural fitness. He is only 176, as you can see right here, but he is a left back, so his height isn't too important. So very happy. I believe he can become a really good, important left back for us in the future. Of course, he could become homegrown as well in a couple of years' time. So that is something to really look forward to. He will be really useful for us in Europe and in the league as well. So let's move on to the next player. And the next player is Ben Linden. We bought him from Wolves. He's 18-year-old English striker. We bought him for 750,000. He is already valued at 1.8 million. As you can see, a striker, I think, for the future, we do need another striker. We have Rocky Grootvaam, of course. For now, we have a couple of very good strikers, which I'm not going to show right there because it might spoil some of the other transfers. But I think he's going to be really good in the future, and I actually can't believe that we got an English player in, especially with the Brexit coming through. I can imagine this player, if he's sometime in the future he gets capped for England, he's going to be really expensive for English teams that want him back to the country. Because of course they need English players, they cannot have as many foreign players anymore. So I think he's a really good investment at least, and he might be a really good player for us in the future. He's 192, so he's gonna tower above everybody else, hopefully, in the box. So I think he could be really good for us. So 2 transfers left. The first one being Marko Stamenic from New Zealand. His name doesn't actually sound New Zealandish. He is also Serbian and Samoan. We bought him from FC Bayern. We bought him for 15 million euros, which was the highest fee ever paid for a player from New Zealand. Which is cool to have a new record. He's already played 7 games for us, from which 5 off the bench. But still, he's been doing pretty okay. He hasn't been exceptionally well, but I think he has been doing okay, and he's gonna improve. Look at that potential. Look at his current ability already when you look at the stars, but also looking at his attributes: 16 first touch, 16 composure. The 11 determination is a little bit lower than I would have liked it to be, but still, it was okay. 16 technique. I just think he's a wonder kid as well. I mean, I think this kid is gonna be so good in the future, and he's got a lot of player traits, and a lot of good ones as well. So I cannot wait for him to grow into his potential even more. He's already been good for us. He hasn't played a game for the senior team of Bayern, but he has been good for us already. So I cannot wait for his future. Moving on to the final player. Now, to give a little bit of backstory, I told you guys I was going to try to sell Çalhanoğlu and get in a new midfielder for him. The bad news is Çalhanoğlu didn't want to leave. He rejected about 3 or 4 contract offers from Chinese teams, and no other team wanted to buy him because his wages were too high. That's exactly the reason why we wanted to sell him on his 150,000 euro a week. But we did get a new midfielder in, and that is Donny van de Beek. I mean, I'm so happy that we have him back. I cannot believe we bought him from Man United. We did pay a lot of money for him. As you can see, he is on 82,000 euros a week. So about 33,000 euros a week lower than Çalhanoğlu. But we did pay 56 million for him. But I think it's definitely worth it. He has already played, I think, about every single game since he has been back. 4 goals in 4 starts is great for a midfielder because he is not playing at attacking midfield. He is playing as center mid. So to have scored already 4 goals in his time back, I cannot be more happy with this guy coming back to the club exactly where he belongs. And I just cannot wait for him to see how he's gonna improve over the seasons. He's only 25, but also how he is gonna perform for us. Look at those attributes: 16 teamwork, 16 vision, 18 work rate, 15 determination. And as I said, I cannot be more happy with this transfer right here. And that is going to take us to the schedule. As you can see right here, the last time we met was the last group stage game against Spurs. We played a lot of friendlies. We won, I believe, almost every single one of them, except for the one against Dinamo. We did beat Barcelona in there. We beat Chelsea. We beat Arsenal. We beat a lot of big clubs. We did draw to Dinamo, but still a lot of good results. And then we had our first game back against Utrecht, and we lost 3-1 at home. So a very disappointing start to the second half of the season. But after that, I can tell you already, it has been insane how we've been performing. Starting off in January with a 7-0 win over RKC, a 7-1 win over Fortuna, 3-0 win over Volendam, 4-1 against NEC, 3-1 against RKC, 2-0 against Groningen, 4-0 against Utrecht, 7-0 against NAC Breda, 3-1 against Twente, 3-1 against RKC, 3-2 against Twente in the Dutch Cup, a 7-0 again against Willem II, and here we are against PSG. And we've got 4 games in between. But we're going to focus on the first game right now. I mean, I've already been recording for 10 minutes and we haven't gotten into the game yet. it's probably going to be a little bit of a longer episode, especially with those transfers and a lot of games that we had played in between. As you can see, we are 5 points clear of Utrecht and 6 points clear of AZ, but we are also, look at that goal difference. Finally, what we wanted seasons ago, our goal difference is higher than our points tally, so let's try to keep that up. And if we keep performing like we have been doing over the past 1.5 months, we definitely will keep that up. But right now, let's focus on the game against PSG away from home. They tell us to play more cautious because we are playing away from home against a very, very good team. I didn't mean to click that, so let's get that back. But against a very good team. But I'm going to play the way we always do because over the last 1.5 months, it seems to have been working pretty nicely. So this is going to be the starting 11. Onana, Frimpong, who is a little bit tired, as is Markovic and Asensio, but they are going to play. So Frimpong, Markovic, Alvarez and Gvardiol, Van de Beek, Gravenberch, Anthony, Asensio, Borre and Tadic. Tadic is concerned with his playing time. Understandably so, he hasn't played a lot. In the January transfer window, Dolberg was playing a lot, and as well as Traoré scoring about 6 goals in 2 games, but he got injured about one, or as you can see, against in the 1st of February, so 2 weeks ago, and he's still injured for 3 weeks. Dolberg got injured literally 2 days ago, and is still injured for 8 more days. So disappointing to miss those 2 players, as well as Neres, who also got injured on the 1st of February. But we have 11 players on the pitch. We have 7 subs on the bench, which is the most important thing. So let's get straight into the game. Look at those players: Icardi, Neymar, Mbappe, Bernardo Silva. Absolutely insane. As I said, I do not expect us to win this. I just want to not get battered as badly as I think this would go when you look at the players. Livakovic, who we got in our beta save, John Stones, Kimpembe, Pellegrini, Marquinhos, Silva, Mbappe, Neymar, Icardi. And then that bench with Diogo Jota, Bernat, Danilo Pereira, Alfredo Morelos, Malcolm. They've got a lot of insanely good players. So let's just give it our all and let's show PSG what this Ajax team is made of and see how far that is going to get us in this match, in this tie, and in this Champions League as a whole. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty good, but as I said, I do not expect us to get a good result from this, and especially if we start playing like that. Van de Beek kicking the ball against his own player, but already 7.5 minutes gone and not yet a big chance for PSG. Having said that, they do have the ball right now. Mbappe moving towards goal, but he misses the goal, so still 0-0. And the start by us is not too good. We haven't had a shot yet. Well, PSG have had 4. But it is still 0-0, which would be good enough for what I'm looking for in this away leg. Asensio playing the ball to Gravenberch. Could go for it, but he misses it. Should have done better. No defender in front of him. He should have at least put the ball on target and give the goalkeeper something to work for. Sadly, he didn't. But it is looking better from us. Tadic now with a free kick. And again, he misses the goal. Should be on target. But he couldn't get it on targets. But so still 0-0. More than half an hour played already. PSG are kind of dominating us when you look at possession and also shots. But the most important thing is goals. And when you look at the goals, it's still 0-0. Anthony now might try to change that. And a good chance there. But eventually, somehow, some way, the ball ends up in the gloves of Livakovic. And now PSG get a chance on the other side of the pitch. Pellegrini to Musa, but he misses the goal. Just like our players did a couple of times. A lot of shots by them, but a lot of shots off target. 9 shots, from which only 2 on target, is not good enough for PSG, I believe. But it is going to be good enough for what we are looking for. Tadic, a good shot. It was on target, so cannot really ask more from him. Well, the shot could have been better, but it was still on target. And it's still 0-0 at halftime. So I'm actually pretty happy with how things are going right now. And I would be happy if this would be the end result. So let's hope we can get through the second half of this match quite easily. Oh yeah, we could have faced Rangers. But no, they decided to draw us against PSG because that would be easier, right? Well, we're not necessarily looking for easy, but it would be nice to get another round into this Champions League season. And I believe if we would have faced Rangers, then we would have had a better chance of progressing than when we're facing PSG. I mean, having said that, it is still 0-0 away from home, so maybe I'm complaining too much. But I would have liked to get a little bit of a better, of an easier draw. Let's make a sub. Let's get Jeppe Kjær on there for Tadic because Tadic isn't performing and we score a goal. Rafael Borré. 56 minutes in, I was actually contemplating selling him. We got an offer for 59 million for him, but I actually rejected it. And he now scores a goal to put us in front against PSG in France, in Paris, after an hour played. And I cannot believe that. I have said so many times before the match and during the match, and I'm not expecting us to get a good result. But now here we are leading. I mean, I'm probably getting too excited and they're probably getting the equalizer right here. Neymar, Bernardo Silva, there it is. 1-1, but still, we have one away goal, which could be crucial. I mean, if we could keep the result like this, I would still be very happy with it. A 1-1 draw away against PSG is very good, but we cannot go too attacking right here as Neymar gets another chance. Almost 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Luckily, the goalkeeper won, or I believe the post won. But PSG do get a corner kick from it, but they missed the goal, which I have said so many times this match. But looking at that, 22 shots, only 7 on target, so they've missed now 16 shots completely. I mean, we have only 38% possession, but still, it is still 1-1, 5 minutes to go. Let's get this result in the bag. Verissimo, don't screw this up at the back here. Van de Beek, poor pass. He should not have done that. Bernardo Silva to Morelos. Musa. And there's the 2-1. Yunus Musa. Disappointing a couple of minutes before the end of the game. But still, a 2-1 loss is better than I expected. Don't do this. Don't get a third. And they get a third. His first goal of the season. Of course it is. I mean, PSG have won every single game the entire year. But now Danilo Pereira decides to score his first goal of the season. And it's probably going to get 4 here. Neymar with the corner kick. Kimpembe misses the goal. Heads it over the crossbar. And it ends in 3-1 if the ref blows his whistle here. Van de Beek switches the play to Gvardiol. Jeppe Kjær could maybe go for one last chance here. But we lose the ball. And ref, you may blow your whistle right now. Bernardo Silva. Gravenberg with a good tackle. Come on. Let's get to the end of the game. Don't do this. Don't score a goal 2 minutes after extra time is already gone. There it is. Full-time whistle. 3-1 loss. Disappointing in the end to have them score 2 goals inside 2 minutes. But we have one away goal, which could be good for us in the second leg. I mean, if we were to win somehow 2-0 at home, then we would actually already go through. Frimpong injured for only 3 days. Thank God. So I'm going to see you guys in just a second for the return leg against PSG. And we're back for the second leg against PSG. Let's just quickly check the 4 games we played in between. We beat ADO again, another 7-1 win. We then beat Fortuna 2-1. We then beat Dordrecht in the Dutch Cup semi-final 2-0. And then we lost to AZ 2-1 away from home. So a little bit of a worse run than we had before the PSG game, especially with that loss to AZ. We are still in first quite comfortably by 6 points, and look at that goal difference still up there. We are also in the Dutch Cup final against either AZ or NAC Breda, so let's hope for our sake that it's going to be NAC and not AZ again. But we'll have to wait and see. Firstly, right now, the game against PSG. Let's get straight into it. Let's not waste too much time because we already... the first recording, the first half of this video was already about 18 minutes, I believe. So this is going to be the team for today. Onana, Frimpong, Markovic, Gvardiol, Blind, Van de Beek, Kudus, Anthony, Asensio, Borré and Dolberg. Dolberg being back from injury. Stamenic has finally scored his first and second goal. Traore also back from injury. And let's get into it. A couple of more players back from injury than we had in the first leg. So that might be something that could work in our favor. Of course, we don't know how PSG's injuries are looking like. Here we have the team. It's looking like exactly the same team as they had in the first game. Also, I said that we bought Livakovic in the beta save we did with Ajax, but we also had him in this save. We sold him to Brighton for 22.5 million, and 1 season later he went to PSG for 40 million euros. And he has played, what was it? I think he played about 13 games and conceded 9, I believe, or something like that. So he's been doing pretty well for them. And let's hope that we can put a few goals past him right here in this match. But it is going to be tough indeed. We need a 2-0 win. Would be good enough for us to go through to the next round. But that is going to be very, very hard. We are playing at home. We have a little bit of a more full strength side than we did in the first leg. So those two things are pretty much the only two things keeping my hopes up of us getting a good result. As Raphael Poré heads in the first goal after just 3 minutes played and puts us up 1-0, just like he did in the first leg. The first leg, it didn't end that well. We conceded 3 goals in 20 minutes and we conceded 2 in the last 2 minutes. Let's hope we cannot do that this game. And Asensio with a 2-0. Alright, so not even 13 minutes played and we have the result that we need. If it ends like this, then we would go through to the next round. Why are they playing right now? I don't care about those games. Well, I do care about AZ, but that is not the most important thing. I have never seen that it doesn't show the other Champions League game, which is Liverpool versus Rangers. Pretty cool, but still. As PSG get a good chance here from a corner kick, Kimpembe heads it over the goal. Let's get it back to the... Oh, let's not do that. PSG get another chance here. John Stones on the right side to Mbappe. Bernardo Silva, but we get rid of it. But we just can't get to the ball quicker than PSG do. So another chance for them. And I don't know what happened there, but it is a goal kick. That's the most important thing. Let's get that back up there. Let's hope AZ drops some more points. And also, let's hope that we keep this 2-0 lead. I mean, if it does end like this, I would be crazy happy. I mean, as I said before the game, and it is halftime right now. As I said before the game, I didn't expect us to go through to the next round, having to face PSG, who are unbeaten in the league, having won everything except for one match, and the only team that has beaten them this season is Liverpool. So that just shows how good of a team they are. And AZ are actually 2-1 down against Fortuna Sittard. And we are still 2-0 up against PSG. Maybe get a chance for a third here. Dolberg, and there it is, 3-0. And PSG could actually even score a goal right now, and it would still mean that we go to extra time. Let's hope they don't. They do get an Insta highlight after our goal. Musa, and he misses the goal narrowly. So it's still 3-0. And I do not know what is happening this match. Let's hope that we can actually keep the lead this time. And we would actually go through to the next round. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but if it ends like this, we would actually go through to the next round. Anthony with a corner kick, but it doesn't lead to anything. It leads to another corner. Anthony probably to take it again. There he goes. And he gets it straight back. Could he put in a good cross? No, he loses the ball to Bernardo Silva. Gets it back. That was an okay cross, but PSG got rid of it. And now Neymar can set up the counter-attack. Neymar against Frimpong. And Frimpong wins that challenge. And it's still 3-0. Half an hour to go. And it's looking better and better. But PSG only need 1 goal to keep us from progressing through to the next round. And they are looking for it right here. Neymar. And there it is, 3-1, his 19th goal of the season already. Let's fire up the players. We cannot drop off right now. Let's fire them up and let's hope that we can at least keep it 3-1 and get it to extra time. Maybe even get a 4th, if I'm not being too selfish right here. Let's get Kudus off of the pitch because he is too tired for Stamenic, and Anthony is very tired as well. Let's get Kluivert on there. And Gvardio is tired, Alvarez on there. Got a few fresh legs on the pitch and see what they can do for us here in the final 5 minutes. Stamenic tries to switch the play, but he loses it. And this could be the chance that PSG are looking for. If they score 1 goal here, we are knocked out. Mbappe looking for it, but Blind blocks the cross. Neymar, and there is the goal. 3-2, and we are out. We need to score 2 goals in the final 4 minutes, and that's just not going to happen. Let's try to go for it, though. Let's go very attacking, all out attacking, and see where that gets us. It's probably not going to get us anywhere other than being knocked out. They might even get a chance to equalize here. Morelos, Onana picks it up and kicks it long to Asensio. Asensio, a lot of space on the right side. Kluivert gets it, goes past one, but a good save by Livakovic. And that's probably going to be the end of the game. Still, all in all, there's a full-time whistle. We do get knocked out, but a 3-2 win against a team that has only lost to Liverpool in this season is still a very good result. Only if we would not have lost that first game, if we did not concede those last 2 goals in those last 2 minutes, then we would actually gone through to the next round. It just wasn't to be, but still, as I said, a 3-2 win against a team that hasn't lost a single game in the league and has only lost to Liverpool the entire season is a very, very good result. Definitely something we can be proud of, even though we did get knocked out. We do get 10 million euros. Yeah, still disappointing to not go through, which also makes this season a little bit shorter for us. The next episode is going to be the Dutch Cup final against either AZ or NAC Breda. AZ just drew against Fortuna and NAC did just win. So hopefully NAC can beat AZ in the Dutch Cup semi-final to give us a little bit of an easier match in that final. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.